Hey, I'm Laura, the creator of the Post Natal Program. This program has been designed with mothers just like you in mind. I've been there, I've got 2 kids under 5, and I remember all of the different things that I thought and felt when I was pregnant and then just after I'd had a baby. This program has been designed to get you strong where it counts. So after you have a baby, you spend hours and hours sitting. So I focus so much on opening your chest and strengthening your back. I focus on your abdominals and your pelvic floor and also your glutes, which are really, really important to your overall posture and stability and strength. On top of that, often I find with programs like this, you have a different workout every single day. It's always something different. I find that got really overwhelming. So I made this program really easy to follow. There are 3 workouts and an audio file. Each one goes for 2 weeks. It's the same workout for the 2 weeks. The advantage of that is you actually begin to learn the exercises, remember what is coming, prepare, and get more out of each exercise, which means your strength will build quicker than if you're constantly doing something different. I added extra workouts in because I appreciate initially finding that 15 minutes throughout the day can be a challenge, but after a couple of weeks, you start to find extra bits. So all of my extra workouts and extra stretch sequences are less than 10 minutes. So you can add them on to your other workout or fit them in just before you go to bed or fit them in if your baby's having an extra long nap that day. On top of that, there were so many questions that I had when I had my children, and then I get so many questions in the studio. So I interviewed 4 awesome women to teach you some more things. So I've got Erin, who's a women's health physio. She talks about pelvic floor, abdominals, breastfeeding posture. I think we talk about sex in there as well. All things that you don't always necessarily want to ask, but you do generally want to know the answer to. I then have Karen, who's a dietitian. So she talks about feeding yourself in ways that are not overwhelming. So you're not going to be spending hours in the kitchen, but you are going to be getting enough calories to support your growing baby. If you're breastfeeding, or even if you're not, you're supporting your healing in that postnatal period. And we also talked a little bit about feeding babies once they're starting to eat food. I then have Taryn, who is a sleep teacher, and we talk about gentle sleep techniques, setting up routines without being really regimented in those routines. And finally, I interviewed Penny from Sick Happens to talk all about children's illness and sickness in children, because that is like the most common thing when you have kids that you don't necessarily expect. So I interview those 4 beautiful women. There will be more interviews coming in the future. And finally, I want you to feel like you're part of something bigger. Currently with COVID and lockdowns and all of that stuff, all of the usual ways of meeting mothers is gone. So by the weekly check-in and the Facebook group, it's a way to just see the same people each time. You may or may not ever meet these people in real life, but you can all be on this shared motherhood journey together. Vent when you need to vent, ask the weird questions, get some potentially different ideas on how to fix the thing that is causing you concern. And so I wanted to create that, and that's why I'm going live every week on Thursday so that you can ask me questions, because doing things on the internet, you miss out on that personal interaction, which I think is so important when you have kids. That in a nutshell is what the program is about, why I've created it and where it's sort of come from. If you're ready to commit to every other day doing 15 minutes, then this program is going to help. And when you're ready, click buy. You'll see me on Thursdays, and I really hope you enjoy the program.